back, everybody, to another episode of Pop the Top with your boy Josh.
And your boy Caleb.
And we're going to be bringing this episode in real strong. But before we bring this episode in real strong, I want you guys to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And, let us know how you feel in the comment section. Nothing crazy, but just, let us know some positive things.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
We will definitely comment and get back to you guys. Is there anything that you want to say before we start?
Nah, man, let's get right into it.
All right, well, with that being said, in all capital letters, said.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the power of influence, bro.
Okay.
Let's get into it.
That's a good one.
How you feel about it?
So, in the grand scheme of, like, just people that got influence in general, or we talking about social media?
I'm talking about it all.
Okay.
I need to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, so for me, my point of view on, you know what I'm saying, the power of influencers in that situation is like kind of like you got a lot of people out here that's using their influence in a negative way and misusing it and like misguiding people too. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like people know they got a lot of people that pay attention to them, follow them, and that's really invested in their time. And they should really be invested in their own time. But it's like posting, you know what I'm saying, when people do negative stuff, that's a lot of people gravitate towards negativity. And it's like, why can't you gravitate towards something being, put out that's positive? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I can sit here and be like, okay, I'm about to give out, you know what I'm saying, toys for the kids. And it'll get overlooked, but you got somebody out over here posting something like they about to fight. They get like 100,000 views, you know what I'm saying? But me giving out toys to the kids, it get like probably 35 views. 2 likes. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I view it on there. What
Not
about
even
yourself?
views, but you wouldn't really hear about it. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So, for myself, I would have to say, not on the more so exposure side of it, but more so modern side of like our everyday lives.
Yeah.
I have to say influence is one of the highest things that causes a lot of problems.
Yeah, for sure.
For children, for teenagers, and for adults.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it's like, no matter what age you are, how old you are, what type of situation you're in, there is always going to be some type of bad influence.
Yeah.
That is circling around you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not in every situation,
Yeah, for sure.
You're going to have some good influence. But people tend to gravitate more to bad influence. Or they seem to like be or surrounded by it, even if they seclude themselves from it. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this question. So, you know what I'm saying? Help me understand. Because it's like, I wonder why people do gravitate around more negativity than more positive things. You feel me? What's your point of view on that? You know what I'm saying?
3 things.
Yeah.
The environment.
Right. Okay. I got you. Yep.
The things you look at on TV.
Yeah, that's true.
And what you consume on your phone.
Yeah. Yeah, that tie. Yeah. It's
blank period.
Yeah, and I think, you're right. You're right.
Point blank period. That's literally it.
Because I think it got something to do with a major part to do with the environment you from and you around, you know what I'm saying, 24/7. Because it, you know what I'm saying, where you at, it helps mold your mind and develop you into who you are. You know what I mean? And it's like when you get accustomed to like a lot of negative things going on, that's what you look, you know what I'm saying, for like, that's what you feed into to, get your day going or get you in the right state of mind or the mood or whatever the case may be. But, that has its own negative impact because, when you looking for negative things and really ain't too much negative stuff you can grab onto, then you turn to creating negative things around your surroundings in a sense. So it's kind of like that don't never work out. Because it's like people can't never better themselves in that sense. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like, there's so many other things that you can do out here that's positive. You feel me? But it's like, I feel like the negativity almost outweigh the positive in a sense.
Yeah, and I feel like with the day and age that we live in now.
Right.
And, it has been going on for a very long time.
Right.
Of every single generation.
Yeah.
But it's the whole process of when you see somebody do something negative, that benefited them, you go through the whole process in your head of shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That should have been me, that could have been me, that would have been me.
Yeah.
And I could have been that person benefiting off of that.
Right.
I could have been that person that did that dumb thing and got a whole bunch of money off of that.
Right.
But it's like, why? Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to sit there and endanger yourself or inject that into your body to endanger your body?
Yeah.
Or even sit there and just do that when you know you shouldn't even be doing that in the first place. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. And I just look at it like I agree, because it's kind of like in the sense of, I just see it as the people that have influence, or anybody, because everybody has an influence, you know what I'm saying, whether they know it or not. But it's your job to go out here and make sure you're doing the right things, though. I ain't saying you got to be perfect, but at the same time, you got to make sure you know what I'm saying, you aware of what your actions is. Because I feel like a lot of people nowadays, they feel like they can just go out here and do something without nothing, you know what I'm saying, no repercussions or no, you know what I'm saying, not anything happening. And it's kind of like you got to be, you know what I'm saying, you got to have a conscience or understanding of what's going on.
Now, I feel like with the whole influence thing, there's like different, you know, degrees of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they all lead into just misleading. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like what I see nowadays is just two types of influence. Whether it's you influencing somebody to do something that is like dangerous, illegal, or stupid.
Yeah.
Or you influencing somebody to, you know, do something that they don't want to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That they're not prepared for. That they have to sit there and sacrifice their time, their day, or their life, like relationships, or you know, just general things of peer pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's like peer pressure is just not for kids and teenagers. It's for adults too, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like we see that on a daily basis when you go to the club and you see whosoever over there like, yo, bro, you need to go holler at her. I don't care. Nah, go holler at her. Hey, yo, shorty, get over here. You know what I'm saying? You peer pressuring him to go over there and he just said, nah, I'm good, chill out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, definitely. I feel like there's different types of it, but those are the main two that tend to happen nowadays.
Right. Because, you know, the category with the peer pressure, it's like, it's a lot that go into that, too. Because, like, when somebody is pushing you to do something and you ain't wanting to do it, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you either, if you don't do it, you get clowned.
Yes.
And if you go about it the wrong way, you still get clowned.
Yes.
So it's like, that's an influence, because it's just the people you hang around. Like you were saying, it's your environment, who you allow in your circle, who you allow to really, you know, kind of like direct you in your life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a main part of it, too. Because it's like you said, if you soaking up all that stuff on the phone and you know, the music that you listen to, it really a lot of play into your everyday life, bro. And how you go about it is how you go about it. So you know what I'm saying? I feel like, in a sense, that you can come up a good person, but like you said, the environment that you in can really change you and have a big impact on how you are. Or you can overcome that and don't allow your environment to change you.
Exactly. Now,
but that ain't for everybody neither, though.
Now, I would like to ask you the question.
Yeah, what you got, bro?
The big question that I feel like not enough people ask, or some people do ask, but they don't really have an answer. How do you overcome the bad influence that is in your life, whether it be a person, thing, or situation?
I got you.
What do you feel is the best way for you to get over it?
Man, the best way for me to get over it, or just, you know what I'm saying, overcome that situation, is kind of like really, you know what I'm saying, separate yourself from it. I think it's like awareness that you have to have as an individual to know when something is good for you and something that's bad for you. If you can, you know what I'm saying, deter or understand between those two, you'll be straight. You know what I'm saying? But if you just continue to just like indulge in it, because it's like it's easy to indulge in things that's negative for you because they seem like it's benefiting you and helping you out, or it's like almost like something that feels good to you, but it really ain't. You know what I'm saying? But it's like the things that's like supposed to really be out here to help us and grow and benefit from, it's like the things that seem like bland. You know what I'm saying? Like just like a piece of chicken on a plate. If you got it seasoned and then you got bland chicken, what you gonna go for?
The seasoned one, obviously.
It's good for you, but all the seasoning that's on that chicken might cause you to have like high blood pressure or something.
I took that chance.
Right, you took
so
a
nobody
chance.
else would have
exactly.
to.
So it's like it's almost like you got to take that chance on certain things sometimes. Mm-hmm. But if you had learned from or you had a prior situation on being around negative people and the people that you around and they did you wrong, then why would you continue to be around them? You feel me?
Yeah.
It's like you can exit yourself out of situation. I ain't saying every situation is like that though. So, that's my, response to that. But what about yourself?
Yeah. So here's my response.
Yeah.
Everybody get a pen and pencil and some paper. Get your Sharpie because you're going to write it on your list. So if it's a situation and you don't want to be in it, whether it be a person, the environment, it doesn't matter. Get you a black duffel bag and get you some duct tape.
Josh,
I was kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking. But no, man, for real. Look, everybody human. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Ain't nobody gonna cross every T and dot every I all the time. No. So it will take you a little bit longer to get out of certain situations or get out of certain environments. So separate yourself from a person because, everything, you put energy into certain things differently.
Right.
You are in certain situations a lot longer, so it will take a little bit of time. Yeah. But if you want better for yourself, if you know you deserve better and you know your worth, then dang on, why sit there and allow that person or the environment or whatever it is that is sitting there wrongly influencing you and your surroundings? Why even sit there and allow it to do that? Just remove yourself from it. You ain't got to sit there and be like, all right, I packed the bags and I did this and I done pieced out.
Yeah.
You ain't got to do that.
Right.
If you don't want to do that, if that's not how you roll, just slowly, remove yourself from it or slowly change your environment because you are in control of your own actions and your own words and everything. Yeah. So slowly change your environment. Put some positivity out there. If they don't like that, the ones who don't like it or the environment that does not like your positivity, it will surely begin to move away from you, and all the positivity that you wish you had, boom, it's right there in front of your face now.
Right. Now, I got a question for you. Even with that, with the situation of saying, you can separate yourself from it. But for those people that feel like they can't get themselves out of a negative situation, what kind of and for a situation like that, what would you say would be the best option or the best route to take?
For somebody who
feel like they can't get out of a situation that's negative. Or they feel like they trapped. If I go this way, it ain't gonna work out for me. If I go that way, it ain't gonna work out for me. And if you don't have an answer on it, I understand. But I'm just saying,
I stick to what I literally was just saying. If you feel like you don't have no other way to go, change your environment.
Yeah,
change your environment. Make it positive.
Yeah.
Because you deserve better. Point blank, period. It's just as simple as that. If you can't get nowhere else if you feel like you can't get nowhere else in life and make it better, then start right there.
Yeah.
Start from square one and make that better.
Yeah, because I think, sometimes when people are faced with things like that, they tend to try to go to the other, everybody else that's around them instead of trying to get themselves in the best position first. Mm-hmm. And then it's kind of you can't really help nobody if you don't help yourself in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Because if you really want to change, it got to start with you.
Of course.
So if it don't start with you, then how can you, show people that there's a better way of doing things? Mm-hmm. So that's my point of view on it, and that's how I see it. But I just bring that up because I feel like there's a lot of people out here that feel like they are in situations that they can't separate themselves from. Mm-hmm. But knowing they have the ability to do so. But there's so many distractions that's around people nowadays. You know what I'm saying? That keep them boxed in. Because it's how people be like, I want to be an entrepreneur, but I got a 9-to-5 job. You know what I'm saying? I'm faced with all these things, which is understandable. Mm-hmm. But when you get off that 9-to-5 job, you know what I'm saying? You get home and all right, you know how you make a plan. When I get home off of work, I'm going to do this. Mm-hmm. I'm going to get started on my business. When you get there, it's another distraction.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it keeps you from being able to think, out the box to get yourself out the box. You know what I'm saying? In that sense. So that's why I had brought that up. Yeah. Because it's just a lot of, I feel like you said, influences and distractions.
With that being said, for a situation like that, where somebody is working a 9-to-5 and wants to be their own entrepreneur, how do you feel about that? What would be the best step for them to take? in your opinion?
Sure. Best step for them to take is really, have a solid, plan on what you really want to do. Because, you know what I'm saying, you got to know what direction you headed in before you start walking. You know what I'm saying, in a sense. Because it's like, if you don't know where you really want to go, and if you don't know if you really love what you're doing or enjoy what you're doing, then, you know what I'm saying, don't make a move on it. You know what I mean? But in that sense, it's just like that's really, how everybody should, kind of move on it. Because it's like, you really want to, you know what I'm saying, before you jump off the boat or the ship, you really want to know what direction you need to go in.
Yeah.
Therefore, you won't get lost in the midst of everything that come your way, too. So
I extremely feel you on that.
Yeah, that's how I see
it. And, with that being said,
yeah,
it's time, you guys, for us to definitely wrap this episode up.
Yeah, for sure.
We are thankful for you guys watching this episode, and we hope that you watch the many more to come.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to continue to talk to us about this, conversation that we're having right now, feel free to comment, to like, share, subscribe.
Yeah.
Any type of way that you feel in need to contact us, and we'll be here for you. So as always, you guys, keep it real,
for sure.
And we ace pop the top
already.